Can you guys hear? I'm gonna wait for all that noise outside to just... Hey there, it's me. I'm not in my room. This is different. It's a new setup. Today we're going to be talking about college roommates, okay? And the things you should know either before going to college or maybe you're in college and you want to know them now. I wanted to give a shout out to my lovely subscriber who requested this video. Put it in right here. She requested for a college roommate experience video because you're nervous. And I don't want you to be nervous. College is so much fun. There's no need to be nervous. But sometimes you can run into like roommate troubles and things can get pretty awkward and it can make college like just not as fun. But I don't want that for you guys. So I'm here with 5 things that you should know before going to college about roommates. So let's get into it. The first thing that you gotta do is create a roommate contract, okay? This will be so helpful. The first few nights or like few months living together can be like really exciting, and then you run into problems. But we want to zip that in the bud, and the best way to do that is with a roommate contract, so you can write down a list of things like no people in the room after like 11, or you know, basically whatever bothers you, or you know, a certain way that you're used to living. You're going to want to do that. It's going to save you a lot of headaches, okay? I had a burp. Okay, I'm good now. So tip number 2 is to talk about how you guys are going to be living, in the sense where, is the room going to be clean? Are you guys going to clean the room every Tuesday? I feel really bad if things are dirty and then she has people over, but yeah, just basically get to know one another and know if you guys like to keep things clean. Thing number 3. This tip is going to be about having your significant other, or like boys or girls, over. So it can be kind of awkward when you walk into a person. I'll let your imagination do what you will with that. A good tip for this is to either text your roommate, have like a secret code, having, you know, a secret phrase, a secret emoji, hang a sock on the door. No one wants to walk in and see anything. Yeah, basically just talk that out. Talk about what you're gonna do when you want to use the room for special purposes, okay? That right there may be the most important tip of the day that I can give you. It happens at college. Okay, let's move on. And tip number 4 is going to be talking about sharing things, whether it be sharing clothes, sharing food. You're going to be sharing your space together, so just sharing stuff, you know? Talk about it beforehand. Basically, if you want a successful roommate experience, it's good to know if they're comfortable with you borrowing their things, if you're comfortable with them borrowing your things. The last tip, number 5. Oh shoot, I forgot what tip number 5 was. Oh, it's gonna be the same thing, kind of like sharing things, but it's more of the amenities that you guys are going to be sharing. It's a good thing to split the cost because it can get kind of expensive, so that's a good thing to do beforehand, you know, talking with your roommate on who's going to buy what, basically. Talking about splitting things like the Keurig, the fridge, whatever else you're going to buy. I would advise you, if you know you're going to keep something for next year, go ahead and buy it, but it just makes things easier. Think about it. I'm just going to be giving a few other tips on sharing a roommate. Yeah, like tips that I didn't really think about. So I guess it's a little more than 5, but another important thing is sleeping schedule. Sometimes it can be kind of weird if like one person goes to sleep at like 1 in the morning, you are like a grandma like me and you go to sleep at like 9 or 10. So just keep that in mind when trying to choose a roommate. Thankfully, my roommate and I, we generally have the same sleeping schedule. Another thing is going to be whether you want to study in the room or not, because the dorm that I live in is kind of like the party dorm. If you're all about school, a little nugget, you're going to want to think about that before choosing a roommate. Some people like to study in their rooms. I do not. I'm not one to study in my room, which is why I use my desk to hold my TV and other things. My room's a place where I can chillax, I can sleep, all the good things. I don't want to study in my room, so I study somewhere else. Another important tip is, and I'm going to repeat this twice so you get it, do not room with your best friend. Just don't do it. I will continue to never room with a roommate that is my best friend in the same room, at least in college. Don't even room with like really good friends. Your room is kind of like your own zen space. No circumstances, do not room with your best friend. I think those are all the tips that I have for you guys. At the end of the day, you're going to go through rough patches with your roommate. I mean, my roommate and I went through some pretty rough patches last semester, but they're fine now. Like, we're good. She's a good person. Like, I love her. Like, she's cool. She's super chill. Yeah. You're going to learn so much about yourself just having a roommate. Like, it's a really good learning experience. You know, you learn whether you like the door open or not, or whether, you know, stupid little things like having the lights on. It's a good learning process, okay? You get to meet so many people and make so many friends and stuff, so having a college roommate is fun. It should be lighthearted. These are just a few simple steps to make sure it goes super smooth. I wanted to give one last shout out to the girl who commented and requested this. I take all your requests very seriously, and I just love you guys so much. Like I said, if you guys have any other questions, concerns, requests, you know where to leave them. That's pretty much all I have for you guys. I'm gonna go do normal college things now instead of filming myself in my room when people are walking by and staring at me like I'm a weirdo. That's all I have to say. This has been fun making this video.